Well, when it comes to world firsts, this one going to be tough to beat. In 2015 in Toronto, he became the first paraplegic athlete to successfully backflip a motorcycle. Joining us this morning, please welcome Canadian and Nitro Circus star Bruce Cook. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Wow is all we can say
really.
with this one. Watching this makes me anxious. Let's backtrack a little bit. 2014.
Yep.
This is when the accident happened, and you were performing a stunt.
Yeah, so it was January 3rd, 2014, just down the road in Hamilton. And I was set to attempt the world first double front flip on a dirt bike. Ended up under rotating a little bit, which means I basically landed vertically on my dirt bike and slid off the back and essentially folded in half backwards, which resulted in my T11 vertebrae shattering and spinal cord injury.
Now, for most people, that would be the end. They'd say, okay, I'm done with that. I was lucky to make it out of that alive. For you, like when you woke up from that, what was your first thought?
Well, I mean, yeah, it was pretty much instantly. We're pretty good at self-diagnosing breaks. All of us at Nitro have broken a lot of bones, and it was just kind of instantly I knew I'd broken my back. I knew it was bad, but at the same time, you know, I knew I didn't want that to be my last show. You always picture what you want your last show to be like, and it's certainly not going out on a stretcher. So, yeah, right away it was just the old, you know, getting back on the horse when you get bucked off, and that was my mindset right from like literally the moment I crashed.
No hesitation.
No, I mean, yeah, it's just kind of my life's kind of been a comeback story from. It's been a lot of broken bones, so it's just kind of more serious, but kind of just the same thing.
Now, just talking about technique itself, you've got to be strapped in then to your motorbike. So wouldn't that make it even harder? Should you? Because landing, you were trained how to land properly as you can.
Right.
So does this make this trick harder?
Yeah, so with a backflip, especially on a dirt bike, you're pushing with your legs just as much as you're pulling with your arms, and a lot of control when you're upside down comes from your legs. So, like you said, I'm strapped in now, which is scary because you've always used to have the option of ejecting if worst comes to worst. So, yeah, it was just a lot of time practicing into the foam pit, and you know, you got to make sure you're 100%, you know, rather than 80 kind of thing. So,
well, and that was what I wanted to ask you, because obviously before you do this live, you are practicing it and practicing it and practicing it. When you first attempted it in practice, what did that feel like?
It was awesome. I mean, we didn't really know how it was going to go, and it really couldn't have gone any better. I fully rotated and landed wheels down into the foam. So that was kind of a good boost of confidence to kind of push me to the next level. And obviously there's a lot more foam before you go to a landing, but yeah, it couldn't have really gone any better.
Now you come back home. Hamilton is where the accident happened. Hamilton is where you'll be returning for the first time to perform this weekend.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's awesome. I mean, there's so many people coming to the show that they're there that night. You know, over 3 years ago. So it's a lot more of kind of a family and friend feel rather than just a distant crowd. So yeah, it's awesome. Every time I come to Ontario, and the show we did in Toronto was extremely overwhelming, and yeah, I'm just really excited to get back and kind of, you know, get that bug off your back and just get it done.
You're an incredible role model to people in similar positions, right? You know, a lot of people, you know, we have an accessibility problem in this city. We need people like you to kind of show us that, you know, there is really nothing holding you back. What do you say to kids out there that have gone through what you've gone through and are, you know, looking to find purpose? Yeah,
well, that's exactly it, finding purpose. I mean, at first, I wanted to come back and just ride my bike. I knew I wanted to come back on show one more time, just to, more than anything, prove to myself. That's the only goal I had. And then after landing that first one in Toronto, it was so overwhelming. Like the feedback I got from all over the world, just the inspiration and motivation, and that's kind of what fuels me now. It's been a give and take, and that's what keeps me going.
Wow, that's awesome.
Incredible.
It's great that you're here. Thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, you can. Bruce Cook will be performing with the rest of the Nitro crew for about 20 more shows in the U.S. and Canada this year. BreakfastTelevision.ca for more information.